And so here we go. This is the introduction. Who am I, and why do I have anything to say? My name is Dr. Michael Therarenson, and even that statement is a source of controversy. See, I'm not a medical doctor, and despite the responses of several people in that chosen and respected profession, I don't profess to be one, nor do I confuse my patients when I use the term. I am a board-certified family nurse practitioner who has completed his doctorate training, and all my patients know exactly who and what I am. They know that I look at the world through a nursing paradigm. I'm a primary care provider, fully in charge of my own clinic, though in partnership with my friend and esteemed physician colleague, a medical doctor who is board-certified in internal medicine, and in conjunction with my other business partner, a board-certified physician assistant. My patients are exactly that, mine. I am their PCP, not their physician, but certainly their, quote, doctor. We wander through this messy life together in a symbiotic relationship where they trust me with their health and I trust them with the ability to make good choices if I set the proper circumstances for their success. I trust them to tell me everything that is wrong in their life, including the things that have nothing to do with their medical care. And they trust me not to cause harm because I refuse to think or because I make lazy decisions. I'm not the smartest person in the room. I have inferior training in the medical model. This is not a slam on myself or on my career path or the validity of my usage of the term Dr. Mike. I have seen firsthand the training and grooming of men and women into medical doctors, and it is far more intensive than my training. The depth of pathophysiology is much more detailed than anything I've ever been taught. Medical doctors are better diagnosticians, simple and true. But nurses, especially advanced practice nurses, are better problem solvers. To my fellow AP nurses, we must never forget that we are not doctors with training wheels. Rather, we are nurses who have seen more misery, more death, more dysfunction, both within the patient and within their assumed support network, than most real doctors have the time or inclination to deal with. As nurses, we have yet to figure out what is not our problem. And we learn early on what a sick person truly looks like. And we learn that sickness exists in the absence of overt disease. We see problems before they're problems. I have participated in the training of nearly 100 advanced practitioners, and the one thing I strive hardest for is to teach them the magic of the patient-provider relationship. It is the best job that sucks, is my mantra. It requires intellectual curiosity, a genuine affection for those in your care, and the desire to know them on a deeper level. Learning to be a good diagnostician is one skill, but learning to be a great provider is a whole different mindset, and there goes a lot of background noise. Learning to be a great provider is a whole different mindset that is sometimes lacking in the medical model. Which brings me to this book. I'm writing this book to help patients, especially those with severe, debilitating, chronic illness, to become better and more effective proponents of their own care. I'm sharing what I learned through countless interactions with them over the past 32 years. I also hope that by showing patients how to be more effective advocates, some might learn how to be better providers. I fell into a huge chasm in 2022 when I wandered into TikTok land and began a little series on the management of chronic pain. It started with a simple premise, and in my mind, the series was going to be short, less than 5 videos. But the response to the video showed me that despite all my knowledge, I didn't have a clue how the most desperate, disadvantaged, and disenfranchised patients in healthcare were being treated. I didn't know how much of an unmet need for simple human kindness that there was. I was being bombarded on all sides with pain, aggression, and even open hostility, something I was quite unaccustomed to. I learned quickly that most patients in this community had long been tossed aside by the medical community. My words of kindness and support sounded very hollow to them because they, instead of feeling seen and validated, felt like I was just touting some form of rhetoric, nice in theory, but lacking in substance. A substantial percentage of the most at-risk patients are being actively gaslit into believing their problems either don't exist, are more minor than they perceive, or that nothing can be done to make their life more productive, more fulfilling. We have classified them, and even I've been guilty in the past, as career patients. The system has decided collectively that our only obligation is to ensure they do not cause significant drain on our healthcare resources. But this callous attitude causes them to be an even bigger drain on our resources because of the valid mistrust they have in the system. Their mistrust of us takes two basic forms. One extreme is that they avoid care until they are too sick to be managed outpatient, leading to long and repeated hospital admissions. The other extreme is that they will call and present for care almost daily because they lack trust in the system to keep even the most basic promises. The root cause is medical trauma. That's right, it's a real thing. I'm here to try and take everything the most medically disadvantaged have taught me and put it into a manual to help them regain a sense of control, of self-worth, and to help them get the care they need, even from the caregivers who do not yet know how to love their patients. That's right, I said love. The main component lacking in the patient-provider relationship is love. If you're reading this book, know that I already love you. What follows is the proof. I will show you what love looks like in healthcare. I hope you can learn to expect how you should be treated and what your responsibilities are. The goal is for you to receive what you deserve, a provider who genuinely cares about you and what is happening to you. I say again, you deserve it. But getting it will take some work on your part. A lot of the medical community doesn't yet know how to love you. But if you take even a little bit of what I say to heart, you can and will teach them. Let's begin. Do remember that all this information is copyright, okay? So duplicating it and not giving credit to who produced it and things like that, please be kind. I mean, you will see over time just how much love and tenderness and genuine passion for great care is in this book. If you want to buy a copy, the link will be down below. I love y'all, no buts.